tell you something. Ikra caused chaos up in that kitchen. Like, I was feeling hot. Let me just tell you something. Ikra kept it very cute, very classy, very bold. She wasn't holding back. She said what she said. I was with NK. Like, bruh, like, do you not want to elevate? Do you not want to strive for more? Do you not want more for yourself? You've got NK going off on Ikra, Jessie going off on Ikra, Emmanuel sitting there like just observing Ikra and what's going on in her mind. This whole mentality of I need a man to provide for me type of mindset is a no-no for me. However, to each to their own. I don't understand why people are so shocked about this. Like, this is very common. There's some women out there that prefer to be housewives, provide for them and fund their lifestyle. How can you call yourself a boss, but you want to sit at home and be a housewife? If you give a man too much power, they feel like they can run you, and that doesn't run with me. Like, you gotta have your own, you gotta be independent.
We love Benny McCauley.
Cutie. Hey y'all, what's good? It's your girl Fats. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are having a blessed day. I hope you guys are having a blessed week. I hope you guys are staying safe because it ain't safe out here in these streets. Before we start with this video, please make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit that notification button so you can be notified every time I post a video. And y'all do not want to miss my videos. You really don't. Your girl's back again with another video, another commentary, another review. We are back again with another Bkchat commentary, season 5, episode 8. Let me just tell you something. Ikra caused chaos up in that kitchen. Like, I was feeling hot, okay, from watching the screen. Ikra shined through in this episode. I was waiting for this moment. Big respect to Ikra in this episode because Ikra was shining through. Let me just say something. Ikra kept it very cute, very classy, very bold. She wasn't holding back. She said what she said. Whilst everyone was going crazy and looking stupid, Ikra was keeping it very cute and very classy because everybody else was just doing the absolute most. Oh, Ikra definitely got everybody shaking in that kitchen because the way everybody was acting, as if like they've never heard things like this before. This week's topic for Bkchat was: my wife makes 3 times more than I do. You think I'm embarrassed? You think I am hurt not being the breadwinner? Not one bit. I do the dishes like the good little husband I am. Thoughts? First of all, let me just say something, yeah. I know we are in the 21st century and things have changed and the man doesn't necessarily have to be the main breadwinner anymore, but at the same time, 3 times more. Nah, that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot of money. In the beginning, I was with NK. Like, bruh, like, do you not want more with your life? Do you not want to strive for more? Do you not want to elevate for more? Like, do you not want more for yourself? Like, are you not embarrassed the fact that, wait, hold on, my wife actually earns 3 times more? Like, there's nothing wrong with the wife earning a little bit more than the husband, but 3 times more. 3 times more. Nah, that's pushing it. I was with NK. Like, bruh, like, do you not want to elevate? Do you not want to strive for more? Do you not want more for yourself? Like, what? First of all, doing the household chores, like, it should be a man and a woman. A man and a woman should do the household chores. For you to be saying like a good little husband, like feeling pity for yourself, like, what? I had to agree with NK, like, bruh, like, you should be embarrassed. Like, 3 times more, that's a lot of money, bruh. Like, that is a lot of money. Like, I don't know about you guys, but no. At the end of the day, it would be her that is running the house. She's the one that has more power. She's the one that has a say when it comes to the finances. Like, no, like, for real. And especially when you guys get into an argument, like, would you not feel like some type of way when she's like, wait, hold on, why are you raising your voice? Like, why have you got a say in this? I make the money in the house. I pay the bills in the house. Like, what? That's embarrassing. But to each to their own, okay? To each to their own. But anyways, like everyone had a whole lot to say when it came to this topic. You've got NK going off on Ikra, Jesse going off on Ikra, Emmanuel sitting there like just observing Ikra and what's going on in her mind. You've got Jay going off on Ikra. Now I understand where everybody's coming from because obviously it was just crazy. Now for those who don't know, basically I gotta get Ikra to come on the channel again. For those who don't know, I interviewed Ikra about a month ago and she's a vibe. She's definitely a vibe. You guys can say what you want about Ikra. Everybody's going off on Ikra. Everybody's dragging Ikra left, right and center. But why? That's her preference. That's her preference. Now, during this debate, during this topic, Ikra basically said that she would want a man to provide for her. Like she would want to be a housewife. And everybody had a whole lot to say about it. Mostly the men from the cast, they all had a whole lot to say about it. Basically, she feels like, listen, I should be treated like a queen. I should be treated like royalty. Okay, I deserve to be treated like a queen. Like, this girl went further on to say that she wouldn't even do the house chores. Like, she was like, that ain't for me, boo. Like, I deserve to be like, Miss Madame, you know, Miss Queen, you know? Like, that's what it goes. To each to their own. Now, Ikra's whole thing is that she prefers to be a housewife. She wants to be a housewife. She doesn't want to work like everybody else. She prefers to be a housewife and she would want a man to provide for her. Ikra's exact words were, I need a man to provide for me. I need a man to provide for my lifestyle. Okay, I'm a princess. Okay, I'm Madame. Okay? You know, just this whole thing is, you know, if you were my daughter, I would want my daughter to want more for herself than just being a housewife. Like, there's more to life than just being a housewife, which is true. I totally agree, to be honest. Like, this whole mentality of I need a man to provide for me type of mindset is a no-no for me. However, to each to their own. I don't understand why people are so shocked about this. Like, this is very common. There's some women out there that prefer to be housewives, that prefer to being looked after by a man. Like, I don't see what the problem is, because I don't know, maybe because I'm Tanzanian, I've seen it within family. I got some family members that prefer to be housewives, that they prefer to stay at home, do the chores, and they prefer to being looked after. Now, some women out there, they don't have a choice. They've got to be at home and look after the kids. And perhaps they prefer to look after the kids themselves than rather taking them to a nursery and get a stranger to look after them. I totally understand that. But there's some women out there that genuinely prefer to be at home and prefer a man to look after them and provide for them and fund their lifestyle. There are some men out there that prefer to do that. So I don't understand why people are so shocked. And you've got NK doing the absolute most, you know, calling her useless. Sharon, you are useless. You are useless. And I'm like, boy, if you don't stop, NK, you know what? NK sometimes be playing up for the cameras. I'm sorry. I do like him, but I feel like he plays up for the cameras. Like, boy, you are doing the absolute most. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. No, don't get me wrong. When Ikra said that, you know, she wouldn't buy her husband a birthday present, I was like, oh, now you're pushing it. Now, I don't know if Ikra was playing up for the cameras, but a birthday present. But then again, she went further on to basically express and reveal when Falake basically asked her, like, would you be somebody's third wife? Ikra did not hesitate. Ikra did not hesitate in that question. Ikra literally said, yeah, I would be somebody's third wife. Now, this could be a culture thing where she's probably seen that happen within family, or that's probably what she thinks. Like, listen, I wouldn't mind being somebody's third wife. So what? Like, what? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, what's the problem? Now, for me, I found it so hilarious because the men was literally, they couldn't take it in. They just couldn't hold it in. They were like, Ikra, what planet are you coming from? Even when the men were shouting at her and screaming at her, to the point that Jesse was calling her a prostitute. That was just doing the absolute most. Like, some men out there, yeah, I feel like at times, like, maybe it was an ego thing, maybe because they just couldn't handle the fact that this girl's standards are very, very high. And it's not like Ikra said that she wanted any of you. She just said that I would want a man to look after me. Like, what is the problem? Now, let me just tell you something. I personally do not agree with that type of mindset. That this mindset of I need a man to provide for me, it's a no-no for me. But to each to their own. For me, I feel like I would want to have my own. And I feel like I would rather do a 50-50. I don't know who it was, but somebody definitely made an interesting point. If you want a man to look after you and provide for you and fund for your lifestyle, it's like you're giving the man the power. And basically, they run you. Which is true. Because when it comes to an argument, you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Out of anger, they might say, well, listen, boo, I look after you. You wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for me. Because some men out there, they like to throw things like that in an argument. And for me, like, you gotta have it. Like, you gotta have your own. I've seen it within family where the wife gets dumped and she's just gonna start all over again, and she ain't got nothing of herself. She ain't got nothing of her own because she literally, the man has provided everything. It wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be me. You gotta have your own. You gotta be independent. For some men out there, like, if you give a man too much power, they feel like they can run you, and that doesn't run with me. Okay, that doesn't run with me. Like, you gotta have your own. You gotta be independent. You gotta be a boss. Okay, you gotta have your own, because if anything was to happen, at least you've got something of your own. At least you've got your own finances, and you don't have to be upset that you gotta start all over again. And there's nothing wrong with starting all over again, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have to depend on a man for everything. Some men out there, they say that they'll look after you, but then when it comes to certain situations, you get into an argument and then they start throwing things like, oh, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be where I am. I look after you. I own you. Some men out there, they say things like that. Like, do you know what I mean? But to each to their own. There's some men out there that would be more than happy to be the main breadwinner. There's some men out there that want to do 50-50. You can't tell people how to live their life. You can't dictate people how to live their life. I don't understand what's the hype all about. Maybe because I've seen this happen. I've seen uncles, I've seen men out there that have first wives, second wives, third wives, and four wives, and all these wives are best friends. They hang out together and everything. Like, it's really the norm. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And then you've got Ezo as well. I was agreeing, Ezo at first, I agreed with Ezo at first in terms of, like, listen, you can't just be sitting at home and just doing chores and that's it. Like, you better get a life and get it together, And I was with Ezo at that point until Ezo started saying that, if you're just sitting at home and just doing chores, and if you're sitting at home and doing nothing, I'm just gonna cheat on you. And this is where the immaturity comes along. Like, bruh, you ain't gonna do that. All you gotta do is just break up with the man. If you don't want to be with him and you think he's useless, just break up with him. You don't have to cheat on him. Still like Ezo though. I'd still do like Ezo. It didn't stop right there. Let me just tell you, Ikra. Emmanuel proposed a question to Ikra. So what happens if your man got sick and he went to hospital? What would you do then? Ikra replies, well, I would have to get a new husband. I would have to get a new one. And everybody got off their chair, climbed off the table. Everybody was like, you know what? At this point, Ikra needs to exit the damn kitchen, because at this point, Ikra is causing commotion, chaos. She's just got everybody shaking up in that kitchen. You know what I'm trying to say? And my whole thing is, it didn't help as well because Lani on the side next to Ikra was just hyping her to say more and more and more. And I'm just like, Lani, be quiet. I understand that she was trying to take up for her girl, but Ikra is a grown woman. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like Lani just need to just mute it. You know what I'm trying to say? I like Lani though, but you were doing the absolute most, sis. But let me know what you guys think about this debate, guys. Do you think, like, is there anything wrong being a housewife in 2021? Is it an issue? Is it a problematic mindset to say that, you know what, I need a man to provide for me. I need a man to provide for my lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, this is what people prefer. Some women actually prefer that. Now, some people were questioning Ikra. Are you actually marrying for love or are you marrying for convenience? You're basically depending on somebody else to fund for your lifestyle. You know, Brandon even questioned Ikra, like, you call yourself a boss, but how can you call yourself a boss but you want to sit at home and be a housewife? But when I interviewed Ikra, the impression that I got from her was, you know, she's a boss. She got her own. From what we're getting in this episode, it's completely different. Now, I don't know, maybe it could be how she was raised, or this is probably her mindset. And I feel like people just need to respect it instead of dragging her, because y'all are dragging her for no damn reason. So this was actually one of the best Bkchat episodes on season 5. Please keep it up, Bkchat. Please keep it up, Trend Central. Bring more episodes like this, because this was a good one. I'll definitely give it a 9 out of 10. You know what? I feel like Sharla should have been in this episode because she is a married woman. Like, yeah, definitely. But anyways, y'all, let me know what you guys think about this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I shall see you on my next video. Bye.